enjoyed a happy Thanksgiving with us last evening.
Yeah, that's the graphics area.
Yeah.
That's where they get all those things and get them on the screen, just like that one that just went off.
That third and 11. Here's Aikman, flag on the play. Pass is caught, a diving catch by Kelvin Martin. Put a flag early. Going to be against Dallas.
After his hands to the face.
What a catch by Kelvin Martin.
And what a throw by Troy Aikman. Because he really hadn't been getting the ball down the field. He had 4 completions. 2 of them have been for negative yards.
Number 73 on the offense, hands to the face.
All against Larry Allen.
And here's Larry Allen. We have him isolated right here. And you're going to see his hands come up to the face. You see the right hand goes up to the face. Now then, if he didn't push with it, he probably would have been okay.
Yeah.
If he just put it up there. You see, he got it up there and then gave that extra push. But what a great throw and a great catch by Kelvin Martin.
Wow.
I'll tell you, Troy Aikman had to have the confidence to throw that thing in there because there were 2 defenders on Kelvin Martin.
You see what has happened to the Cowboys lately. 3rd and 21. A long time between visits to the end zone. Aikman slipped and knocked down he goes at the 45.
And that was Larry Allen again. He had 2 bad plays in a row. That time he was going in some kind of zone protection, but he lets his guy go too quickly. Here's Larry Allen. He blocks. Then he's going to pass him off to Ray Donaldson, but he lets him go too soon, and that's where the penetration comes from.
Ken Harvey got there.
Watch Larry Allen. You see him block, and then Ken Donaldson gets over there too late, and that's the first pressure. Made Troy Aikman step up, and then boom, then comes Ken Harvey.
So Chet in to punt for the 3rd time today. Looks like it's going to be a pretty good kick. Mitchell catches it. Fair catch at about the 9-yard line where the Redskins take over. 0-0. We're in the 2nd quarter.
You agree? Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I know that. I mean, that's history, tradition, and all that. And sometimes they go an extra one or something.
That was Terry Allen who got a Redskin first down. Stopped by George Teague.
You know, and Terry Allen is great at that, running inside, but not just staying in one area. I mean, that time he started in to the left side, and he gets in there behind, Trey Johnson, and then he breaks off to the right. Watch him. He starts here, but he's going to end up over here, and he ends up over that way. He starts in here. You see now, once you cut back there, you see where he ends up? He always doesn't end up where he starts out.
Again, it's Terry Allen. This time hit at the 25. Darren Woodson up to make the hit that stopped him.
Michael Westbrook still hasn't come back in, Pat. They got all these modern things now. They got MRIs and, X-rays and all this. But look at this. I mean, here's a doctor. He just puts the X-ray up, and he just looks at it through the hole in the roof at Texas Stadium.
I think
he said the X-ray is negative.
We better get an X-ray of that turkey you say that's got 4 legs.
Well, no. All turkeys have 4 legs. I mean, just like the kid said. I mean, they have 4. I agree with that.
What farm did you grow up on?
Just no legs.
Logan from Frerotte, stopped by Woodson again.
Wait, do you disagree with the kids? I mean, kids know best. I mean, they know.
I don't say they don't know best.
No, I mean, it was when, Thanksgiving, the first Thanksgiving, I mean, the Pilgrims came over here to Plymouth.
But I have some good friends who are turkeys.
I know a lot of turkeys, too.
Third down.
Like if you take a picture of some of those guys in the truck, you can see some turkeys.
That's Brian Mitchell, and Brian Mitchell has a Redskin first down before he's knocked out of bounds by Teague.
Brian Mitchell's a good change of pace, too. You watch Terry Allen, and he's a lot like Emmitt Smith. I mean, he's going to run between the tackles. He's a slasher. He uses those big offensive linemen, gets in there behind them. Then they'll bring in a Brian Mitchell, and he'll pop it to the outside because Brian Mitchell, one of the good kick and punt returners, one of the better kick and punt returners in this league, and is a good open field runner.
12:20 left to play in the first half. No score. 1st and 10 Redskins. Frerotte takes the 2nd Redskin timeout. So they'll only have 1 left. Gus Frerotte, you can see him getting better week by week.
Yeah, I'm just looking down at the field, Pat, and Michael Westbrook has a bandage on his left knee. It looks like maybe an ice pack and no helmet. So the Redskins will need him in there. He was going to be a big part of their plan, but he doesn't look like he's going to be, at least in this half.
Frerotte back to throw it on first down. Throws back across the field. Darren Smith hit Mike Logan just as he made the catch. Better off if he didn't catch it.
That's the thing where you have to stay at home, don't you? That's the old rule, you know, stay home. They were trying to get him to come across to hit Mark Logan. Logan's a fullback, and they faked to Terry Allen to the right, and then they screen left out here to full, and Darren Smith just stayed right with him. They even pulled Trey Johnson. They had Trey Johnson going to the right. They had Terry Allen going to the right. Mark Logan tried to sneak back to the left, but it didn't fool Darren Smith.
Logan in motion on 2nd and 12. Frerotte gets it to Asher again. Asher will get a Redskin first down at midfield or close to it. Darren Woodson tracked him down.
Yeah, this has been a battle. Just two guys, you know, you just take this battle here. Here's Trey Johnson. Here's Leon Lett. This is just big on big. You know, just man on man. I mean, just stick your helmet in there, grab whatever you can, and just hold on. I mean, Leon Lett is so strong that he can pick up Trey Johnson. You see him get him up and go back. And Trey Johnson weighs about 340 pounds.
First down, Terry Allen slipped as he tried to cut back.
Yeah, and Darren Woodson was in there, but I'll tell you, on that play, Trey Johnson got Leon Lett. He got him going backwards. That's where they were going to run, and Darren Woodson comes up and makes a play. But watch him get the block now. This time, he's going to get the movement. You see, he gets Leon Lett standing up, and he gets Leon Lett going backwards. The only thing is, Darren Woodson was up in there to make the tackle had Terry Allen not slipped anyway.
Second down, a little bit over 10. Two tight ends. Frerotte gets to Allen, and Allen gets across midfield to about the Dallas 48. Fritz Strickland made the stop.
Yeah, it's even amazing that this Terry Allen is playing. Every time I watch him, and he's a leading rusher in the NFC, and watch how he slashes and darts, and he gets tough yards. I mean, Terry Allen doesn't get any easy yards. And, you know, to think that he's had both of his knees totally reconstructed.
Okay, what's ironic is his sister has the same problem with one of her knees.
She had a total reconstruction job?
Right.
See, I mean, like a family has a lot of knees, like a turkey has a lot of legs, maybe.
Pass caught by Brian Mitchell, and Brian Mitchell is knocked down at about the 44-yard line. 43 make it.
And that's the old thing with with these offenses, and I still don't understand it, is when you have third down, every receiver has to get beyond the point where if you complete the pass, it's going to be a first down. Now, this doesn't make any sense to me. Third down, completed pass, punt. Makes sense to that guy. That's Joe Avizano, the special teams coach, who almost stepped on an official. Excuse me.
Deion Sanders deep for the Cowboys. Turk to punt it.
Deion Sanders won't get a chance to return this one with Turk punt.
He did just get away from it. Takes a Cowboy bounce out to about the 16-yard line where Dallas will take over. 8:50 left in the first half, and neither team has scored. Here's Pat Summerall, John Madden at Texas Stadium. No score between the Redskins and Cowboys. Cowboy 1st and 10 at their own 15.
You know, I wonder if there's any people out there that are saying, okay, we'll start eating, we'll sit down and eat the turkey after the first score. Let's just watch the first score of this game.
They may go hungry.
A lot of hungry people out there.
Trying to find an open stop by Sean Gilbert. Right now for a McDonald's game break, let's return to our Fox Television Center and James Brown.
Pat, it was a nip-and-tuck affair in Pontiac today. Rich Gannon, first start since '93, 17-yarder to Chris Penn, tied it at 14. Kansas City goes on to win it by 4. Back to Irving, Pat, and John.
Nothing score between the Redskins and Cowboys here at Texas Stadium. Just over 8 minutes left to play in the first half. 2nd and 10.
This is nip and tuck, too.
Yes, sir. This is Emmitt Smith, too. Outside the 20 to about the 21, stopped by Mark Boutte.
Look at this. Someone broke a shoelace or something. They got to get a new shoelace. It can't be changing cleats or anything.
No.
Someone's just changing shoes, maybe. A lot of stuff goes on down there. You got to watch all the time. I mean, you got to keep your eyes, up there on the field, guys with X-rays. That has to be a good player. That has to be a good player where you don't have to bend over. You get someone to put your shoes on. In life, you love to get to that position.
4 wide receivers. The Redskins blitz. Aikman fires out intended for Kelvin Martin. It's incomplete, and the Cowboys will have to punt.
I think that's Terry Allen. I think that is a big player. Yeah. I mean, because when a guy will go get your shoe,
well,
and then
different shoes.
I know, but he's changing shoes is what he's doing.
Yeah.
And a guy'll put them on for you. This looks like a shoe store, doesn't it? Like you're trying them on. No shoehorn out there. But now the key is who ties them.
The key is who ties them?
Yeah, I mean, that's how big a star is. If he ties his own shoes, then he's no. He's
a big star.
He's a big star. He's a leading rusher in the NFC.
Number 34 on the offense, moving prior to the snap. The 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
You know, a lot of these teams are the top teams in the NFC. There's 3 words that explain them as out of sync. And I think this Cowboy offense is really out of sync. Watch the 49ers, they've kind of been out of sync offensively most of the year, and the Green Bay Packers now are out of sync, and to me, they're still the 3 top teams in the NFC.
Well, every team, every year seems to go through that kind of phase at some point.
I think the Cowboy offense has been out of sync all year.
Yep. There's signals, fair catch. Cowboy fans thought there should have been a penalty. Blocked by one of the Redskins, but no yellow flag is thrown.
Is brought to you by Infinity, #1 car line and customer satisfaction, according to J.D. Power and Associates.
0-0 the score between Dallas and Washington, with 7:22 left to play in the first half. Washington 1st and 10. Frerotte back to throw on 1st down. Fires, passes caught by Asher. That's an outstanding catch. Now they're saying incomplete. He didn't have it.
You know, we've been watching this Gus Frerotte, though, and he just gets so comfortable in the pocket and so confident in passing the ball that he thinks that he can make those kind of throws. I mean, Darren Woodson was right on Jamie Asher, and Gus Frerotte got that ball in there. I mean, the ball did hit the ground. It was incomplete, but that was a perfect pass, and it had to be a perfect pass.
Frerotte gets to Terry Allen, and Terry Allen is hit and knocked backwards quickly. Chad Henning. Broderick Thomas. Our Aflac trivia question: how many players have won the Turkey Leg Award? When did we start?
I remember the first one. The first one was Reggie White, and that was when he played for the Philadelphia Eagles, and that was back in like 1988 or 89.
So how many players since then have won the annual Turkey Leg Award?
And if anyone cares, you have to remember that a lot of, sometimes multiple guys won.
Incomplete. Asher.
Holy moly, 2 in a row. 2 in a row that were that close. One Asher dropped the ball. The ball hit the ground. That time they said he was out of bounds. First guy over there is Gus Frerotte arguing.
Well, let's have a look at it.
Again, it's where his feet are when he has control of the ball. The ball was out of bounds, and his feet were still moving, so that ball was just thrown out of bounds.
That's a good call. Turk with Kelvin Martin deep. And somebody moved in the Redskin protection unit. And so Turk, who got off a fine punt, will have to do it again.
Number 58 on the offense, moving prior to the snap. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
And that was smart by Matt Turk taking that one, because I've heard him say before that he always, you know, if someone takes a penalty and makes him punt again, he likes that because he has the rhythm from just having punted. And so I think he did that on purpose. I mean, the whistle blew, and I think Matt Turk took that punt to get a rhythm for this punt.
Let's see how he does this time, because that was an excellent punt.
He'll punt a boomer.
It is a boomer. Martin back at the 13. To the 25, where the Cowboys will take over. Alexander down to make the stop. 0-0 score. Happy Thanksgiving one more time.
I know she puts this little like timer in the turkey. Well, you put it in an oven with this thing under it, and then you squirt it while it's warming up.
I think that's called basting, isn't it?
I don't know, but I did the same thing on the bus this morning. Yeah, we had some. Yeah, I was squirting the turkey. That's the only thing I can do. I just squirt the turkey.
Your turkey have giblets?
Yeah, but I don't know where they go the rest of the year. The giblets. I was looking for the giblets.
Sherman Williams is the deep back, and here's Aikman back to throw. Has some time. Incomplete. Intended for Eric Bjornsson.
You know, we talked about the Cowboy offense not being in sync, and you can look at them today. They haven't scored any points. They've had 3 first downs. They've run for 45 yards, but they haven't established it. But watch this. I mean, their passing is -7. They've been forced to punt 4 times, and the quarterback, Aikman's been sacked 2 times. Yards per play, 1.9. So nothing, you know, that just shows that they're out of sync.
Sherman Williams.
And they're kind of playing like they practiced. I mean, I mentioned, you know, watching them on Tuesday and watching them on Wednesday, and that's the lowest and worst practices I have ever seen by a Cowboy team.
Thank goodness, if you're a Cowboy fan, for the defense. The defense has played well.
The defense is playing very well, and you know, but that hasn't been enough. I mean, you know, the defense played all right against the Giants too, but I mean, this is too good a team, and at some point they have to get mad and go out and just do things. I mean, Troy Aikman has to throw the ball to Michael Irvin. I mean, they have to do those things, but those are the big play guys.
4 wide receivers to Irvin, but a flag on the play.
You know, in all fairness to them, too, is they did have that 1 touchdown pass to Kelvin Martin. There was a penalty on that. That was called back. So that has been in there in this first half, too.
Offensive pass interference. This is called against Irvin.
And they're really having trouble with these penalties. Remember Larry Allen's penalty to the face? There's Michael Irvin. You see, just before he makes that cut, he gave that little push-off to Darrell Green.
Here it is.
You see, here's how he gets open. He pushes him off right there. That is offensive interference. I mean, you can't do that. And I'll tell you right now, they watch Michael Irvin for that offensive pass interference, and they watch that right side of their offensive line, Eric Williams and Larry Allen, for hands to the face.
On 3rd down, Aikman is back to throw. The Redskins semi-blitz incomplete. Irvin slipped. He was the intended receiver.
You know who's on him and has been covering him like a blanket is Darrell Green. We've seen Darrell Green the last 3 games. He's just been phenomenal. I mean, here he is, 14 years in the league, always looks young, always looks fresh, has a bounce in his step and his, you know, bright eyes and
great smile.
A couple weeks ago, he covered Irving Fryer all over the field, did a great job against him. Last week it was Jerry Rice. Today it's Michael Irvin. This guy never gets a day off.
Jet to punt for the 5th time. And this is a good kick to Brian Mitchell. And is downed immediately. Jim Schwantz was the man who made the stop. They don't look like cops. They don't act like cops. That's what makes them years. They've been playing here at the house with the hole in the roof. Texas Stadium, 1st and 10 at their own 33. And let's see. I haven't seen an official signal the Cowboys have it yet. Now I have. Bernie Kukar comes out of there and says, yes, Dallas ball.
That's a snap here. We have the hands of the Gus Frerotte, and you see the ball was right up there. He had the ball right in his hand, and then he just opened them up, and the ball just fell right out. See how he started? He had his hands together, opened his hands for the snap. The snap was up in there, and then he just opened his hands again, dropped the ball.
Recovered by Fred Strickland.
Yeah, that was a good shot of a quarterback exchange fumble.
Strickland made 20 tackles last week against the Giants in a losing cause. He's really been a solid contributor.
He's made a big difference against the inside run against the Cowboys.
Emmitt Smith taking his way to the 21.
I'll tell you, Emmitt Smith isn't looking for a place to fall down today. I mean, he's not running out of bounds. He's not doing those things. Whatever he didn't come out to practice on Tuesday. He didn't come out to practice on Wednesday. Whatever he did inside, he did it pretty well. I think he had a little meeting with himself and decided that if guys are going to take on me, I'm going to take on them before they take on me.
Johnny Mitchell in the game for Dallas now. And this is Emmitt Smith. And Emmitt gets to the 25 before the Redskins' pursuit catches up with him, led by Ken Harvey.
And Harvey's playing a very active game today. I mean, not only as a linebacker pursuing up and down against the run, but also in the pass rush. He was the guy that really put a hit on Troy Aikman. I mean, he put one of those hits on him, and it was a helmet to a helmet, and really jarred Troy Aikman.
He's just a very intense guy. 2 sacks today.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of him like break boards with his hands.
And his head?
With his head without a helmet. Break boards with his head.
Emmitt Smith got close to a first down for the last little effort.
I don't know how the heck he got in there. There wasn't much of a hole there. You know, the line's job is to find something for him. But if you watch in here, I mean, he's going to run right in here, and there's not much in there. There's Moose Johnson. Wherever he goes, that's going to be the lead. There's just a very, very little crack there.
Good block by Moose.
Tony Woods, the off defensive end, came over to make that play.
They'll measure.
Moose makes a lot of good blocks.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised someplace in here. The Cowboys just signed and activated Johnny Mitchell. I wouldn't be surprised someplace here if they don't take a shot at him. Not on this down.
Not on this down, no.
No, this is short yardage. I think this is that quarterback sneak area again.
That's what you and everybody are expecting, I think.
And I think, you know, years ago, or for years, it was always a run to Emmitt Smith. Now it's that 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And I think it has to be that quarterback sneak. I think they did it early. I think Troy Aikman just have to fall down. I wouldn't take the chance with the lead and the handoff. I'd just take the quarterback sneak.
That's what he took. And he got the foot.
Yeah, it's really tough for an official not to give you a mark unless the quarterback fumbles that thing. If you just have that far to go and you just take it and fall down, in my experience, they always give you the first down.
If you're 6'4", as Aikman is, they're going to measure again.
Well, maybe always. You never say always, do you?
No.
Barry Switz is thinking, how in the heck can you not get a first down? They only had to go a couple of inches. Here comes a change. This will be an interesting
mark
right here. And the most interesting guy is right here, Troy Aikman. He's saying, what the heck, did I get it or not?
He's perhaps read North Turner. Close.
That is the thing.
North Turner said, what kind of mark is that?
Well, yeah, but you know, watch this play here, and how do you figure out where the ball goes? I mean, where are you going to spot the ball? It's where the ball is right now when they blow the whistle. But just watch that picture. I mean, those guys come in from the side. They have to run 25 yards before they get there. Which foot are they going to put down, and how do they know where?
It's a science.
I think it's a gimme.
Emmitt Smith, and that's some room there. Emmitt out of bounds at about the 18-yard line, 19 make it. Run out by Patton.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about Johnny Mitchell, the tight end that the Cowboys signed, and they just activated him today, and I think they do have some plays for him. They have some passes for him down in this area. Now, he can't run it from where he is right now.
No. There's an injured Redskin. Romeo Bandison is down. Aikman's going to go over to the sideline. I.J. Armstrong is one of the tight ends for the Cowboys. Mitchell's still on the sideline. 0-0. Stadium was a light rain earlier in the day. That has stopped. Bandison was the injured Redskin, and we'll see what happened to him.
Gee, he's just getting blocked there, and he started to get off, and his foot was caught in the ground.
And then somebody kicked him in the head.
I think his foot was caught under one of the Cowboys, and he started to pull, and most of his body went, and his foot stayed there.
Second down for Dallas when they get up to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 6 on the Washington 19. Again, still no score. Look at the red zone rankings of these two. The defense and the Dallas offense is 18. Inside the 20. Aikman fakes to Emmitt Smith. It's incomplete.
Well, that's unlike the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one thing that they don't do much is have Troy Aikman run. I mean,
That's
Troy,
not his strong suit.
No. He's a drop back pocket passer, and he didn't like that play. He didn't like the way that pattern was run. And again, on first down, they tried to fake the run and get him outside, but I mean, I think it shows that they're struggling inside the red zone or inside the 20-yard line when they start coming up with plays like that on first things that are not very becoming of the Dallas Cowboys.
3rd and 6. Herschel Walker is split wide to the right. Aikman back to throw it. Incomplete. Herschel Walker saying I was interfered with. Herschel Walker, the intended receiver, covered by Brian Walker.
I was just going to say that Aikman is 0 for 5 this quarter.
There you go.
Number 45 on the defense.
I didn't see the flag, but there was one.
And Brian Walker's right here. He's a strong safety. He's starting for Daryl Morrison, who's injured out, and the backup, Daryl Pounds, is out. So the starting strong safety is Walker, and that was him right there. I don't know. They had to see that left arm.
Had to.
Because the right arm, he's okay with the right arm. Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad play, but that left arm has to be around Herschel Walker's waist.
1st and goal at the 4. Emmitt Smith, touchdown. Their first touchdown in the last 31 quarters.
Ray Aikman was talking about that yesterday, and he said it's because we usually run and we haven't run. Look at this. This is an offensive lineman. Offensive linemen love running the football more than the running back does, more than anyone. That's football with them.
That was Eric Williams. Boniol for the extra point. Extra point is good.
Yeah, we were talking about Johnny Mitchell, Pat, being active. You're going to see him get a block right there. There's Johnny Mitchell. He's making a block. He just stays with his guy and just gives Emmitt Smith a little extra.
Smith's 106th career touchdown.
The touchdown play, they catch him on a slant. Nate Newton just fires down and really opens up this hole back here. But watch Nate Newton here. They catch him on a slant. He just drives his guy and picks off 2, and he's the guy that makes the hole. They caught him going that way, and Emmitt Smith saw it. Nate Newton saw it. They played the play perfectly.
Boniol kicks it off. It's going to be Brian Mitchell at about the 11. Mitchell still on his feet at the 30, about the 31. That touchdown by Emmitt Smith, his 106th career touchdown. And that ties Jim Brown for third place on the most all time. 7-0 Dallas.
In the
22 left to play in the first half, and happy Thanksgiving coming. Thank you.
I think that was for the whole world and for her daughter, who she's going to see in New Orleans this weekend.
Gus Frerotte back to throw. Coverage was there. Kevin Smith came loose with the ball.
And they threw a flag right at that, Pat. That official from back there, the players were going for the ball, and the official threw the flag right at him that it's going to be against Kevin Smith. Uh-oh, he better watch out. I mean, here's Kevin Smith right down here, and it's going to be a slant. He's going to come up, and then he's going to go to the inside, and Kevin Smith grabs him right there.
Holding number 26 on the defense. That's a 5-yard penalty, first down.
He said to us yesterday when we talked with him that he expected to get a couple of those during the course of the game.
He calls them tugs. He said every once in a while I'm going to get a tug. You have to give a tug, but I don't know if that was really a tug, though.
That's about all it was.
I mean, he's arguing. He's saying that wasn't a tug. He said, when I tug, I'll tug. But I don't know that he did. I mean, the only tug he got was from one of his own guys who was saying, his nickname is Pup. He was saying, calm down, Pup.
First down, Redskins, 3 wide receivers. Dallas leading by a touchdown, 7-0. Cowboys blitz comes. Frerotte threw it up in the direction of Brooks, and there's another flag on the play. Kevin Williams.
And this one's going to be against the Cowboys again. I think this one's going to be against Darren Woodson. Darren Woodson was there, and he took off his helmet. Now it's Pump again.
Yeah.
Number 26 on the defense.
Number 26 is Kevin Williams. Kevin Smith, I'm sorry.
And that was the blitz, and Kevin Smith was just taking off his helmet to run away from there. But you watch again, man-to-man, there are 2 plays in a row. He gets the push there. Now that's after 5 yards. He gets the second push.
And there comes the flag. That's a 28-yard penalty. Mitchell. Stopped by Charlie Williams.
You know what Kevin Smith did after that play? He turned around to look at the official on that side to say, was I okay then? Because he got him twice in a row. The first one I thought was a little touchy. The second one I think was just that he had his hands on him, you know, while the ball was in the air, because there was a blitz and Gus Frerotte just threw the ball up in the air. Kevin Smith didn't know the ball was in the air.
Frerotte back to throw it again. Pass is caught by Brooks. And Brooks gets to the 13-yard line. Kevin Smith on the coverage. Clock still running with a minute to go now.
And I think that's what they're doing. I think they're going after Kevin Smith. Here's Brooks and Kevin Smith here. Kevin Smith is a little upset. You know, and the one thing a cornerback has to have is a bad memory.
Yep.
You know, whatever happened, you have to forget it, get it out of your mind. He's had a couple bad calls, and then he gets beaten by that end by Bill Brooks.
Clock still running. Pass for Shepherd is caught at about the 3.5-yard line.
That was a heck of a catch.
Yeah, it was.
And there by Leslie Shepherd, because, you know, Gus Frerotte, I don't know that was throwing the ball to Leslie Shepherd or throwing it away from Deion Sanders, because sometimes you do that. I mean, you'll throw it to a receiver or you'll throw it away from a defender, so there's no way that that ball can be intercepted.
They mark it at the 4. The Redskins have just used their last timeout.
One thing that they're going to do is they're always going to know where he is. They're going to get Leon Lett, and they're going to work on him. I mean, here they got him doubled. They have Jeff Ulenake, the center, coming his way. They are not going to let Leon Lett be a difference maker when they get down here.
That's a ball, if they hadn't cut him like that he could have batted down.
And then, and again, Norv Turner, you know, having been with this team and knows those kind of things, and knows if you're going to throw that slant, you better get Leon Lett's hands down and get his whole body down.
2nd and 2. Frerotte back to throw it. Fires incomplete. No flags. No flags. Intended for Shepherd. Incomplete. 30 seconds left. The Redskins out of timeouts and a 3rd down approaching.
Yeah, with no timeouts, that's why they had to pass the ball, so they're going to have to go the same thing here. You see, because if they had a timeout, they can get a first down. With no timeouts left and third down, they're going to have to throw for the end zone again.
Terry Allen is deep behind Frerotte. But Frerotte is back to throw. And throws. And it's incomplete. In the direction of Terry Allen, in the corner of the end zone. Don't forget to stay with us at the half as the Redskins send their field goal unit on the field. Stay with us at the half for the Dockers Khakis halftime report coming up with JB and Terry and Howe and Ronnie, all four. Chiefs-Lions highlights, first half analysis of this game. And Blanton in to try a field goal for Washington.
Yeah, one thing you analyze is a poor use of timeouts in the first half. You know, and that's why they're so important that you don't burn them early, so you save them for this situation.
21-yard field goal is good, and the Redskins get on the scoreboard. They cut the lead to 7-3.
See, had the Redskins had a timeout or two timeouts left, they could have run the ball there. They could have gotten the first down. They could have played that series a whole lot different. With no timeouts, Norv Turner only had one way to play that series. And really, the Redskins have beaten the Cowboys in this first half. The Cowboys are ahead because, remember, that came off the Gus Frerotte fumble.
2 turnovers the Redskins have had, and that's something they haven't been doing. In fact, they led the NFL in the plus figure.
And you look at Kevin Smith there, and you see how upset he is. In fact, that table that they're putting back there, you wonder how it got like that. Kevin Smith just knocked that over.
Scattered the ice all over the place.
Because there were 3 plays in a row. Remember, he got a penalty on one play, penalty on the second play.
Disconnected 2 phones.
And on the third play, Bill Brooks beat him on an in.
Wet 13 towels.
Well, the old pup, that deal about not having a good memory, I think Kevin Smith's memory is a little too good. You got to take all that stuff and just throw it out of there. Because one thing, you know, you have different officials on your side the next half. You know that the officials that are on the sidelines change sides each half, so he'll get a different guy next half.
The squib kick bounces down, bounces through the legs. He better pick it up. Somebody, Herschel Walker, fell on it. Got away from Williams, and Walker alertly fell on it. And it's a good thing he did.
Remember the Heidi game years ago? That was the Raiders, and we were playing the Jets, and the Jets were ahead, and they went away from the game, and that's what happened. We scored a touchdown, and then the Jets did something like this, and we picked up the ball in the end zone and scored it. Preston Reitelhuber, and we won the game, and the television audience was watching the movie Heidi. But it was a lot like that play, except we got the ball.
We being the Raiders.
We being the Raiders. And, you know, in that case, it would have been we being the Redskins.
Well, let's go back and look one more time at our Aflac trivia question. How many players have won the Turkey Leg Award? 27 in all. First one, as John said a minute ago, was Reggie White. We'll see who it is today. That's the end of the first half with the score 7-3 Dallas. James Brown, Terry Bradshaw, Howie Long, and Ronnie Knott will be along with the Dockers Khakis halftime report.